Now, before we get into it, just a heads up. I am not a mental health professional. What I share here is based on personal experiences and opinions. If you are dealing with a serious mental health crisis, you need to speak to someone immediately. Reach out to a professional. They know exactly what to do to help you. The information and advice that I give are for general insights, not a substitute for personal help. Please understand that your choices are your own. Now, let's do this journey together and remember, it's all about personal growth. So, now let's get into today's episode. Guys, welcome back to another episode of Becoming a Butterfly podcast, the place where it's never too late to become your better self. I am your host, Christina Butterfly, also known as Chrissy O the Artist, and today is going to be another great episode. We are on episode 7, y'all. And today we're going to dive right into self-discovery, unrevealing your true colors. Just a question. You ever felt like the whole world was in black and white and you lived in multicolor? I know that's how I grew up. I always felt like the odd one in. Always felt like I was just different than everyone else. I looked in the world and everybody seemed to enjoy themselves and I felt like, huh? But guess what? It is time to dial up the real you. Let's find out who you are. This took me a lot of work to get to, guys. And if you are struggling in this area, then I want to help you. So we are going to uncover the true color, okay? We are going to get down to the nitty gritty and unfilter it all. We're going to go, of course, like always, we're going to do 5 different steps on how we can go through the self-discovery and really find out who you truly are, okay? So let's get started. All right, guys. So like I said, today's topic is going to be about self-discovery, revealing your true colors. Who are you? Honestly, who are you? When you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror, who are you? What is reflecting back to you? We're going to dive right into step 1. Now, in step 1, we are going to talk about mirror, mirror on the wall, reflecting your true reality. Now, this is something that I know all too well. And to be honest with you, it's a constant, consistent work. Me and my sons just got into it today. A lot of it because the boy just turned 18 and think he grown. For real. Don't try to tell me about how I'm running my house. But I'm quite sure a lot of that also is suited in ego on the fact that, yo, what is going on? I've been a single mother for almost 30 years and I still got to find myself going back and forth with a kid that, listen, I asked you to hold your part, your responsibility, your chore. I don't give a doggone if you want to do it or not. Right? I want to learn how to be able to say how I feel without it leading to an argument or leading to one of my kids feeling disrespectful and then in turn cause them to be disrespectful to me. Now, granted, I know I'm a yeller. I don't just start yelling just from the sight of the conversation. Just know that. But it still takes a mirror. And I want to get to the point. You know, I heard not too long ago, listening to a healthy alternative, when Chris James was talking about his brother and saying that he noticed that his brother is taking radical accountability for stuff that's seemingly not even his fault. I just completely taken on responsibility. A lot of ways I want to learn how to adapt that. Because the better you have that mirror, that reflection, the more you can discover and find your true self. So finding that line between boundary and ego is something that I'm currently working on in my life. But the best advice to tell you is to grab that mental mirror, right? And take a deep look at yourself. What makes you tick? What gets you hyped, angry, upset? Explore those passions and fears and dreams. The realness starts with embracing your unique vibe. Now, artistically, because I'm an artist, once I really dive deep in and embracing the fact that I am a true artist, finding what lane works for me that I can do forever and be happy and content. It came down to being how can you say it, a fine artist. I'm painting on canvas, mixed media artist, taking bottles and repurposing them and turning them into centerpieces and just beautiful decor for your table. I love to bling something out. And going focusing on my passions, focus on the things that I love, recognizing the things that I was afraid of. These was a lot of things that helped me work through my self-discovery. Now, let me make something very clear. Discovering yourself is a lifetime achievement. If you ever feel comfortable, you learn something new and you're just comfortable with that, you're going to find yourself stagnant. Okay? So, your most important thing is to constantly be looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, what is it do I need to work on with me? What do I need to remove? What am I looking at as fear when it's really just something holding me back because I'm afraid of success? I'm afraid that what will happen if I reach achievement? I am used to getting welfare. I am used to my food stamps. I am used to my social security. When you put yourself in a position that your social security, you can no longer have your social security, no matter how little it is, it's guaranteed money. I guaranteed to know that I will have this certain amount of money every month. And if nothing else, your girl can pay your rent. You understand what I'm saying? If that wasn't so, will I still be able to live the life that I'm living and be completely happy? And my bank account don't show abundance yet, but I live in abundance. I wake up in the morning and choose what it is that I'm going to do today. I'm no longer trading my time for money. I'm putting all my time up front, believing and knowing that it's going to pay off. Right? But those things started happening when I started stripping things down. And I am far from perfect. And never will I ever want to try to be perfect. I just want to be a better person, especially when it comes to my kids. And my children is the ones that trigger me the most. When I can get myself to an emotional point with my kids that is no longer feeling like, if you talk to me like that one more time, right? Like, I really just want to get to the point where I could just be like, you get boy, go, just go on about your business. Like, I could adopt that, white people mentality when their kids talking crazy to them. I don't know if it's going to ever happen, but I at least don't want it to be able to trigger me. It's crazy. I'm glad that this is the topic that I'm talking about today, because doing that mirror work, doing that reflection work, something that I currently, and you know how I am, guys, I'm going to keep it transparent. I'm not going to just keep up showing up here and telling y'all what's right and wrong and not put that mirror to myself. Okay, so step one, guys, is mirror, mirror, reflecting your reality. Step two is something that I feel as though could very possibly be step one. Shedding society shades, embrace uniqueness. Now listen, especially as this Black people, I like to tell this story. I grew up with this girl in Philly, and girlfriend was polo head to toe, y'all, head down. She definitely had a couple kids, but she was so polo. If you weren't walking around with name brand head to toe, she was roasting you, okay? Killing you. So one day, I go over to her house. First time I ever went on there. And my guys, she live in the projects. I used to live in the projects. If you know about the projects, you know that your rent, gas, electric, all that is all in one lump bill. And your bill, if you're not working, can be as low as $45. Now, I am certainly not hating because she in the project. Like I said, I lived in the project and I was evicted out of the projects for not paying rent. Okay? So I ain't hating on her because of that. What I am hating on her is that she talk all this crap about chicks not having on name brand polo, and she had a lick of stick of furniture in her doggone house. You understand what I'm saying? That's a part of that mirror reflect. And then once you look at, yeah, you got to strip yourself of that mindset of you got the weird stuff that you can't even afford. You know why black people are the ones who are the highest consumers? Because we're the ones trying to reach and achieve something that we really don't even want once we get there. You all hype about like Polo can pay your bills. You hype straight from head to toe. Now I got another girlfriend wear Polo every day. She ain't got a kid the first. Her house stays short with so much stuff. When you look at the pictures of it, she got it going up and down the table. Shout out to my sister Kiki. Understand that these things, this is what matter. What is your priority? Do she love to get her doggone Polo? She absolutely do. But she also like to have a shitload of lotion, a shitload of deodorant. You understand what I'm saying? She like to have about 4 or 5 clothes detergents. She can get up in her car, travel, go anywhere she want to when she feel like it. She set her environment up to say that if I'm going to wear Polo every day, I'm not going to only just show for Polo. I wish we would show up in that same way for ourselves when it comes to things such as stocks. I wish we would come to these kind of conclusions and understand that. How about you take some money invested in Polo? Fine, you want to be rocking down Polo head to toe. How about make Polo pay you to wear Polo? I'm just saying. I've never been a name brand girl. I think that I give my mom thanks to that because she never was a name brand girl. And as a kid, it was kind of probably been the worst thing that could ever happen to me. And as a child, thinking that way anyway. And as I got older, it created some real bad habits of wanting to achieve. But that's just mistakes we all make. I'm so grateful that she embedded it in me because when I got grown and had real bills and had kids, you feel what I'm saying? I had to buy clothes and sneakers and this, that, third, the other, left down, round, around. And I had sons. My mom was able to get away with a lot of stuff because she only had daughters. But I had sons, honey. Listen, the last pair of expensive sneakers I bought my son for basketball, them Jones was $250. $250. I said, oh no, sir. Oh no. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you're gonna figure this out. Them size 13 triple E's need to get funded by you. Okay? I'm telling you. So stripping yourself of that society stuff, it allows you to be able to go into a Goodwill or go into a thrift store and go find you some real nice, cheap, unique place to shop is the thrift store. Her first love is fashion. I watch her turn my mother in her upper 60s, and she dressed like she in her upper 60s. She's a mother of the church. Okay, my daughter would turn whether my mother outfits to something you ain't even recognize. You ain't even know that was an outfit my mother had. She has a special gift of doing that. She lives outside of the norm. She lives out of the box. She never bought Pampers for her daughter in her life. You know what she used? We talk about 1960 with my mama probably used on me cloth diapers, and she is very happy using them cloth diapers. She is very happy to hand wash some baby cloth diapers because in her view, it's nothing but a bunch of toxins in diapers for babies. That's all she see. She ain't buy no baby wipes. She ain't want to put that toxin on her baby and wipe her baby with it. Now her twin sister exact opposite. Quiet as it kept. I wasn't buying no reused diapers. I'm throwing them things in the trash. Now, it might be different now that I have the information that I know now. You know better when you do better, but I already done it over with the baby 18K. It's a wrap. I just watch them and learn their new ways and their new rules and pray on them and say, y'all got it. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, my baby girl made a conscious decision and decided that she was going to live outside of the norm. Her children wasn't going to get any shots. And listen, I know that is controversial. But I also believe it's a personal decision. I tell you this much, none of her babies have ever got any shots, and I can't recall any of them babies being severely sick. And I'm talking about the yucky, runny, sniffy nose, all that we do. I haven't seen the babies yet. That's what I know. Okay? So, whatever your vision, whatever your version of shedding that, society got its own pilot. But forget that noise. Just forget it. It's all about embracing your hues, your colors. And listen, as a painter, as a acrylic painter. I love acrylic painting on canvas. Okay, now might get into oil painting, but oil painting take too long to dry. I ain't got time for it. I'm trying to blend. And so when you pick the right color use, it's about, y'all, I swear to goodness, it gotta be like 9 different color yellows. Okay, and if you don't pick the right yellow, it won't give you the pop that you need. It won't. Or the undercover, it might give you too much of a pop. You feel what I'm saying? There are so many different shades, but when you pick that right color, when you pick that right color, golden yellow, that sunset yellow, when you pick that right color, that's when you know you on the right track. Huh? That's when you can get it. You break free from any expectations of what somebody else have on you. Because people always going to look at you. Even, listen, as a mom, I'm guilty of it. I have expectations of who I want my sons to be. Now, one thing I did learn was to take their lead. Do you understand what I'm saying? I pushed my son. I seen my son going through a lost direction. I knew what his gifts were. I knew he was good, what he was good at. So I pushed him in a direction that I knew was what his strengths are. It still didn't make it any easier. You know what I mean? It still find yourself like, dang, the more I push, the less he worked. But what I do know, I did for sure, is he knows exactly who he is and where he want to go. He just don't know how to get there. And he don't want to listen to me how he gonna get there. And he got every right to feel that way. Despite what I might say or act or feel or believe. At the end of the day, this your life. Mama's gonna be a mama. I don't give a doggone how you twisting and turning. My mama, I just was fussing at my mama the other day when she was telling me about my son. A mama is gonna be a mama, and you don't necessarily have to agree. But 9 times out of 10, if you think real deep, if you think real deep, it will make so much sense. More sense than you would even care to admit. And you know that's some truth. Okay? So break free from your expectations, trends, and labels, guys. They're made up, and us black people put more expectation, trends, and labels on, and damn for sure ain't doing it for yourself. And that's a whole nother podcast, but let's keep it real clear. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we put all these labels. Every time you see somebody focusing the hardest, like that, it's crazy. When we was younger, if you was the nerdy one, you was the geek one, you was the one teased and ridiculed. But you praised the drug dealer. You understand what I'm saying? And speaking from a former drug dealer, put up on pedestals. We as people got to really down inside of us to understand that we are our own detriment. One thing I can say about the 50s and 60s, black people knew that all they had was each other. That's all they had. Anything out of their particular neighborhood was dangerous for the whole clan. So they made it a business to build business within their own community. And here it is. We so blinded, we so stupid, we so used to them telling us that what we can't have, that we sit around and let Dominicans come over and take over in our own neighborhood. The Chinese come and take over in our own neighborhood. When I was a little girl, I could be able to count at least 5 black-owned stores on the same strip, south to Susquehanna Avenue, Susskill. Today, walk down the street and see more abandoned homes. The only black-owned businesses I see on a daily basis in my neighborhood is street pharmacists. So break out of society's norms, whatever your society and your environment norms is, whatever that feeling of you don't want to be the one that's different, you are. You already are. Okay? So let's go on to step 3. Step 3, guys, it is palette play. Experiment and explore. Now, I don't know if you guys ever painted, but when you paint, you put your paint on a palette. Okay? And that's where you blend the colors and you mix the colors and you see, because you mix certain colors, you get this different color. Huh? It's purple and blue, and what you get? Red and yellow, and what you get? Huh? And if you turn around and do something wrong and mix red and green together, red and blue together, you might get something a little muddy. Huh? but you at least know, you at least explore. I've turned some muddy clutters to be real beautiful shades, real beautiful background shading out of some muddy colors. But you gotta play around with the palette. You gotta experiment. You gotta explore. It's time to mix it up. Get into some new hobbies. Go into some new communities. Do something that is not in your norm that you always wanted to do. You get a girlfriend who's sitting in a crowd with all your friends, and the whole time they over there, they getting drunk, they getting messed up, sliding out some little drugs. Y'all crowd up in one person apartment, and you the one person sitting on the couch saying to yourself, "This is so stupid." Only reason why I'm here because I ain't want to be in the house another day. You know how many nights of that I happened? That I had. Now I'm thinking of 101 reasons why I should go back home. That's one of the reasons why I knew it was time for me to stop going out. And very, very occasionally, I'll go out and go to somebody's house and had an absolutely amazing time. But there are definitely a whole lot more other occasions that I went out and I just was like, this is stupid. And it's not that there's nothing wrong with them. It's the fact that where I'm trying to go to and where I'm at with them makes it look like I'm trying to be better when it's not. I just got a bigger destiny. And I'm wasting my time not living up to what I'm supposed to be living up to. Once I realized that, I started elevating my world. And please understand, I will never say I'm better than anybody. I am not. But my dreams just is bigger than what I can even contain. And I'm so determined to reach dead. I will die. That's the only way that I won't reach them. Gone, left, off this planet. The only way that I will not reach my goal is that because for whatever reason, God decided to call me home. Okay? I had no other options. So go ahead. It's so important. Ooh, and to get my hair off of headphones was piercing on my ears. Step 3, yes. Pilot play. Experiment with the colors, splash some colors. Yo, do you ever see a painting when people just took colors and just splot them all over the painting, all over the canvas? It just splotted. And you're like, yo, did that painting say it's worth $3,000? Yeah. Because they learned the technique of being able to splash it in just the right place. To give 100 different people 100 different perspectives of this one painting. None of the colors is muddy. It doesn't blend. It just layers on top of layers on top of layers on top of layers. There was a time that painting was even considered a real painting. It wasn't considered a masterpiece. It wasn't considered a work of art. But then they decided to find a name for paintings like that. And once they slap the name on it and call it abstract art, now the artist can go from begging, trying, damn near giving this away to selling it to thousands, if not millions. Play with the color. Find out what your pilot is talking about. Come about that box. I'm telling you, the colors is beautiful. Let's get to step 4. Step 4 is to find your vibe tribe. Honey, listen. There is a tribe for every category in every area of your life. I promise you. Some spaces you might have to pay for, and to be perfectly honest with you, I really don't mind too much paying for my community space. But $5 a month, I ain't doing more than that until my income increase. But I can invest $5 a month to have a safe zone community. Because I've been there. Sometimes it's hard to tell your friends, your girlfriends. I think it's crazy. Once I'm over 40 years old, if I'm sitting down with you as a girlfriend to talk to you, it ain't about judgment because I can judge all day. It ain't about judgment. You see what I'm saying? It's about you just hearing a girlfriend out, hearing a sister out. And if you have good advice, give it and not take it personal if I don't. You know? So when you pay for that community, it's so many people in that community. If I decide to take a break for a little bit, I can do that. And I feel like, oh my goodness, and jump right back into it as if I never left. A community, a space of people who don't know me personally, but might know personal stuff about me and not being judged for it. Deep things that you usually can't tell most people. Usually you paying a therapist to send it out to talk about it. But understand that creating that space gives you a type of strength that is undeniable. Having a space to go to when I'm going through this fasting journey is undeniable. You understand what I'm saying? The encouragement, the uplifting. I've even had people come check on me on this space, on a healthy or AA community, a healthy alternatives community, and just reach out and say, hey, I haven't heard from you a couple of days. Are you doing okay? How's your fast going? These people don't know me from a can of spray paint, but it's enough to encourage you and uplift and say, no, no, no. I just stepped back, which I did. Step back for a second, took a little bit of break because I'm about to do, another extended fast and try it another different way until this girl get it right, till I know exactly what direction I'm going to do in January. You understand me? But that can make a difference. Like, I could have been feeling like giving up. I could have been feeling like I'm gonna quit, and to have someone who don't know me reach out, say, hey, how you doing? So find your tribe. Find your tribe. They have it online all the time. I'm sure they have plenty of places in the community. If you're more of a person who grew up in the community, I don't have this special connection to where I live at now because I didn't grow up here. You know what I mean? And I firmly, truly believe that God did not have me here for that purpose. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I have a tribe. I have a tribe of people who love and accept me for exactly who I am, no matter what direction. It's so important. And if you find yourself alone, understand being alone does not mean being lonely. It means that this is a season of isolation. And the longer it takes you to figure that out, the longer you will be feeling alone. Okay? All right. So for you, I truly advise that you will look for your tribe online. Go to different Facebook groups, try different Patreons, go find your tribe online, even YouTube. Listen, if you're a person who likes to talk in comments, you can go to your favorite YouTube podcast or your very favorite YouTube channel and communicate in the chats. Okay. But sit in that isolation, listen to find out what it is that you were supposed to be learning. And when you need that connection, go ahead and get that connection. But understand, you don't complain about being isolated. Don't complain about being alone. I'm telling you, I spent years complaining about feeling isolated and alone. And today, I have not felt more happy and more fulfilled. And I spend 95% of my time alone. My kids are here, but they're grown. Most of the time, I don't know if they're in the house. My living room's getting done over. So I spend majority of my time upstairs in my room, learning, feeding, growing myself. I done already raised my kids. I have to learn how to disconnect myself in a lot of ways and let them become the adults that they are going to become. You understand me? But I am never alone. I've turned down many of invites for company to come with me. And if it ain't my good girl Barbara, shout out to my Haitian sensation, my bestie Barbara. If it's not her, I'm cool. And I'm not saying that I don't ever miss friends, no, nothing like that. But I'm this every time I try to do it, it ends up and in a situation that it only way can situation with the same results. I'm by myself, and I'm feeling like I'm constantly reaching out to people for it to and see me, and it's like, hold up. I am worthy. I am purposeful, and I know who I am as a woman. It's a privilege to be a friend with me. It's a privilege. I'm that chick who'll come cook your whole birthday meal on a barbecue by myself for your whole friend. That's me. And not ask for a doggone dime. That's the chick that I am. I know I am an amazing friend. But that is not what I am supposed to do. And when you find yourself forcing it to happen, it becomes a disappointment. Okay? So recognize the season that you in. Nothing, y'all know my favorite saying. Ain't nothing happening to us. Everything is happening for us. Now, before we get into step number 5, I need you to stop what you're doing and click that subscribe button. If you've been watching it by now, then you've been watching me for real. So go on and click that subscribe button. Click that bell icon so YouTube so you will know when I upload a new video, and click that like button so YouTube know that you like this video. Okay. Now last week your girl was not feeling all that great, but I needed to get the videos out, so I only did like a 20-minute video. But your girl been showing up here every single week. Okay? I want to be here to serve you. So please make sure you click that like button so you know when another video, I'm sorry, make sure you click that like button so YouTube know that you enjoy my content, that bell icon so you know when I upload, and you got to click that subscribe channel, y'all, that subscribe button, because you've been here all the time watching me. And I appreciate you. And listen, if you are going through some things and you're struggling and you would like to get my advice, or if you would like to tell me your butterfly story, you have overcome so many different things and you just have a strength in you that you would like to serve out to others, write me, write me, write me, write me. Tell me your butterfly story. You can write me at becomingabutterflypod@gmail.com. It's becomingabutterflypod@gmail.com. All right, guys. So let's get back into it. And we're going to go to the last and final step. Own the canvas. Listen, guys. Own your canvas. Own your paint. Own what you're doing. I used to get so upset when I finished a painting because it was like, it's done. There's no more white spots. But then I sit back and look at it and see what it is that I created. Now, I'm sure throughout this video, I had a few of my paintings shown up on here, and I'm going to make sure, that I have a few of my paintings. I have not painted in a very long time, mostly because acrylic paint is expensive. However, your girl loved to do it. One of my favorite uncles on the whole world. Shout out to my Uncle E, my Uncle Eric. He's like the best uncle a girl can ever ask for. But he had bought one of my paintings and paid a pretty penny for it. And it was just such a blessing. He wanted to do it. Like, he wanted me to understand what it felt like to have a painting being bought and me selling it. That have that experience, that energy. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, get into it on that canvas. It is now showtime to flaunt off that painting that you just worked your lifetime for. That achievement that you worked so hard for. These are the things that as you start self-discovering yourself, guys, let me tell y'all a story. I did absolutely zero art for over 20 years. Absolutely nothing. So long that I actually forgot. And let me correct myself. I won't say nothing because my god sister Muffy, shout out to Muffy, would say to me that I used to doodle a lot, or if I would be caught off daydreaming, that I would be drawing in a book. Now, I don't remember details too much. We ain't gonna blame it on marijuana. But as far as like really sitting down, detailed drawing, the last real detail of me sitting down drawing, as I had to be either I was either 6 or 7 years old, and it was an assignment in school. And my mother, being a teacher, she had this health book, and the book was had the body front and back, the lungs, the heart, the veins, everything, right? And I drew it perfect. My mother got me colored pencils and I drew it. It looked exactly like the book, right? So this was a memory that I had stuck in my head for a long time. And every time I would pick up something and consciously try to draw, it would look like chicken scratch. Okay. So I just chalked it up as being something that I just forgot. All right. So your girl goes years later. Now I done committed crimes. Now I'm in the streets. Now I'm, doing all kinds of stuff, and I end up incarcerated. Now, because my incarceration was for probation violations, I had to end up doing a whole year, but it was broken down in different jails. Okay. So Montgomery County, I did 6 months. Bucks County, I did 2 months. And then they shipped me over to Burlington County. Now I get into Burlington County, and all the girls are sitting down coloring. Well, not coloring, tracing. Or not Not even tracing, because the papers, our commissary papers, was too thick to trace. Right, but they also gave color pencils on commissary, and then the guards were bringing color books. So the girls who really knew how to draw was drawing the coloring book they seen. And I said, I know how to do this. So I sit down one day and I started drawing and started drawing and started drawing. Guys, when I got finished drawing, this drawing of sitting here with Dumbo, and I'm sure I'm gonna have the picture showing. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? I was throwing away. I sat there and stared at it for days. Turned into this drawing, turned into this drawing. Yeah, that's what it turned into. And I couldn't believe it. I absolutely could not believe it. So when I came home, I was so scared that I was going to lose it that I was doing everything from drawing. Then I said I wanted to do nails. And then went from doing nails and wanted to do tattoos. And then I started doing bottle work. No, I'm sorry. Painting came. I think that came first, if I'm not mistaken. I went over to a good friend of mine. Shout out to my girl, Malika. I went over to my good friend house and she was in there painting on canvas. And guys, I promise you, it was like I just had an orgasm. I'm so not kidding. That's exactly how it felt. I felt it through my entire body. That the following month, when I got my Social Security check, your girl went and bought her a starter kit for painting. I sure did. I had to breathe it. I had to take it in. So I'm telling you, that creativity, owning your canvas, figuring out your style, understanding what is your special gift, what's your special technique. I crafted recently my special mixed media technique, and it was mixing handmade clay with rhinestones. I like to make flowers and leaves, and then with the clay, and then once it dries, to bling rhinestones around it. That's going to be one of my next projects. I have a bottle that I had altered and repurposed and changed the shape of it. It's really amazing. And then I have all of these leaves just going up all around it. And I said, I want to blend those leaves out. And I figured that technique out when I made my mother, I think it was either for a birthday or for Mother's Day last year, but I got her one of them dollar store heart vases, and I put leaves all around it. It's to represent the family tree, and inside of it is just a bunch of pictures of all of her children and her grandchildren and her great grands. It's just all in the pictures. And when I finished it and seeing how I just blended it out perfectly, I just had these small rhinestones just going right along the sides of the leaves and right up the middle of the leaves, and it just brung this 3D to pure life. I said, boom, I found it. Like, there it is. Like, that is my signature. You feel what I'm saying? And if anybody else take it, I don't care, because it's still not going to be as good as mine. But art is subjective. You feel what I'm saying? But you got to stand on your canvas. Know it's your canvas. Create your prints. Listen, when you know you got this good blueprint, you got it together. You just showed it. A vision board. I'm going to create a vision board for me. That's a big thing for me, is creating vision boards, and to see every quarter, creating a vision board every quarter. Where do I want my next quarter to look like? What do I want to do in the next year, in the next 6 months? When you start to paint your canvas, you have a clear idea of understanding what your goals look like. You feel me? And when you first started, it was chicken scratch, right? But you done put so much time and effort into molding it, into painting it, into creating these colors and bringing all, and just going so far out the box that now you can look and say, I know what I want to do now. I know what direction I want to go. Bling, you know how the light bulb just come on, bing. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to get. Okay? So, as a quick recap, make sure, guys, that if you have not hit that like button, go on and hit that like button. If you did not subscribe, if this is your first time coming, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited that you stopped by. If you have been here before, I'm so grateful that you are spending your time the video. All right. Step one, we're going to mirror quality. Okay. Step two, make sure that you're shedding society shades, embrace uniqueness. Okay. Make sure that you are not living your life based on other people's terms, but you're living your life. And that includes your mama, your daddy. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. When you wake up in the morning every day, you only wake up with you. So live your life authentically. Okay, your life that you want to live, that you want to create, that you want to show up in the world at every day. All right. Make sure you have a palette play. Okay. Try a little bit of this, try a little bit of that, mix a little bit of that color, add a little another color. Let me tell you something. You add two beautiful colors together and you get another beautiful color and you add a little bit of white to it. Ooh. Ooh. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, you add a little bit of black to it. Ooh. You feel me? So you play with them colors, play with that palette, and then you own. Step 4, your vibe and tribe. Find the people who feel like you, who vibe with you, got that same thought press as you, who look at them colors and see the same pattern you do. Because everybody can't see that same color and that color pattern you do. You understand me? Look at it. I know a guy who used to take every different shades of blue and make an amazing painting. Every shades of red and make an amazing painting. Every different shades of green and making an amazing painting. But somebody else will look at it and say, what you about to do with 18 different shades of blue? That's stupid. He paid them no mind. He gave no attention to any of it and said, you know what? Watch this magic. And it turned into a masterpiece. And step 5, own that canvas. You made it. You created it. You did it. So own it. Put it everywhere. Let everyone know who you are. I'm the artist who created this. I'm the canvas. I'm the masterpiece. I did this. Own it. Make prints, honey. Listen, when I first started painting, I would forget to put my signature on it. And one of my brothers fussed at me. He said, girl, that signature is your blueprint. Anybody can say they painted this. And you need a list of showing, and this is what your signature look like on your paintings. So every last one of my paintings is signed Chrissy O, because that's my artiste name. And that goes on every one. So you see a painting that got Chrissy O on it? No, it came straight from me, boo. Okay. I so enjoy doing this video with you guys today. I like doing videos that makes me reflect on myself as well as you guys. Okay? So please, like I said, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you got that bell icon marked, okay? So you know when all my videos will be uploaded, and I will see you right back here next week. And don't forget, I go live every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. and I upload new videos every single Thursday at 7 p.m., all right? And always remember, nothing is happening to you, but everything, and I do mean everything, is happening for you. So hold your head up, keep going straight, and know that nothing in your past is by a mistake. All right, guys, I love you. And I will see you next week. All right, guys.
Zeno's Master Beats.